Hey everyone! Tamales in Mexico are way more than just something you eat. They're all about family, parties, and traditions that have been around for a long, long time. For hundreds of years, families have gotten together to make tamales, telling stories and laughing while they work. Imagine the kitchen filled with the yummy smell of warm corn and tasty fillings. Making tamales is a special thing, a way to connect with your family's history. And get this, tamales can be filled with all sorts of things, savory or sweet. From spicy pork to sweet pineapple, there's a tamale for everyone. No matter what's inside, they're always delicious. Okay, so before we start making tamales, we need to get a few things together. Don't worry, you probably already have most of this stuff in your kitchen. For the dough, called masa, you'll need masa harina, which is special corn flour. You'll also need lard or shortening, broth, baking powder, and salt. Now, for the filling, this is where you can get creative. Pork with chili peppers is a classic, but you can use chicken, beef, cheese, veggies, or even sweet stuff like fruits and nuts. The filling is the star of the tamale show. First, cook your meat or whatever you chose until it's nice and tender. Think slow-cooked pork shoulder in a yummy chili sauce, chicken in broth, or even beans with onions and spices. Once it's cooked, shred it with 2 forks. For a smoother filling, you can give it a quick spin in a food processor. Don't forget to strain the cooking liquid. We'll use that to make the masa tasty and moist. Time for the masa, the soft, yummy part of the tamale. In a big bowl, mix the masa harina, lard or shortening, baking powder, and salt. Slowly add the cooking liquid we saved. The dough should be light and fluffy like a thick batter. To see if it's ready, drop a little bit into a cup of cold water. If it floats, you're good to go. If it sinks, add a little more liquid until it floats. Now comes the tricky part, wrapping. Soak dried corn husks in hot water until they're bendy. Spread a thin layer of masa on the smooth side of each husk, leaving some space at the top and bottom. Put a spoonful of filling in the middle. Fold one side of the husk over the filling, then the other, like you're making a little package. Fold the empty part at the bottom up to the middle. Tie it at the top with a thin strip of corn husk. Steaming is the last step. Stand the tamales up in a steamer basket, not too crowded. Add water to the bottom, but make sure it doesn't touch the tamales. Cover and boil the water, then turn it down low and simmer for at least an hour. To see if they're done, unwrap one and see if the masa comes off the husk easily. If not, steam for a little longer. Tamales freeze really well. Once they're cool, wrap each one in plastic wrap and put them in a freezer bag. When you're ready to eat them, just steam them again for 20 to 30 minutes. They'll taste just as good as fresh. Tamales are super versatile. You can eat them straight from the steamer with some crema and cheese, or serve them with beans, rice, and salsa for a bigger meal. Try pickled onions, shredded cabbage, or spicy salsa verde on top. You can even use tamales in other dishes. Making tamales takes time, but it's so worth it. The amazing smells, the excitement of unwrapping them and sharing them with family and friends, that's what makes it special. So get your friends and family together, put on some music, and make some tamales. You'll make memories and enjoy a delicious tradition.